Deep in the depths of the dark forest stood an abandoned house that was the subject of dark legends. The locals avoided the place, knowing it was cursed. The house was believed to be haunted by the forgotten dead, those who had left this world but had not found peace. One day, a group of daredevils decided to test their courage and spend the night in this ominous house. The friends, armed with flashlights and cameras, paced the creaking wooden floors, feeling the damp and cold air fill each room. The sounds of the forest outside the window seemed like muffled whispers of departed souls. As night fell, the rooms filled with shadows and the air became more and more saturated with mystery. The group heard a faint but insistent knocking in the far corner of the house. Suddenly everything went silent, and whispers sounded in the darkness, as if the dead were trying to speak to the living. The daredevils continued their journey through the forgotten corridors, encountering flickering shadows that disappeared when the light of a flashlight was directed at them. But the farther they went, the colder the cold became, and the atmosphere became haunting. In one of the rooms, littered with dust and the smell of rot, the group noticed an antique mirror. When they looked into it, haggard faces appeared in the reflection, like ghosts of the past. They were the forgotten dead, whose eyes radiated longing and suffering. The friends were stunned by this sight and quickly turned away, but the imprint of the agonizing tragedy remained in their souls. With each passing moment, the sinister energy of the house increased. Strange sounds and ominous shadows came to life, and the friends realized that they were not alone. All attempts to leave the house were futile. The doors slammed shut by themselves, and the windows were locked by an unknown force. In the darkest hour of the night, the group heard footsteps downstairs. They headed for the stairs, and with each step it became clear that someone or something was approaching. Hearts beat in unison as figures emerged from the darkness, twisted and contorted as if they belonged to another world. They were the forgotten dead, their shadows enveloping the room. The group could feel the cold penetrating to the bone and hear the intermittent breathing of the ghosts. Dead eyes looked through the souls of the living, echoing their deepest fears. There was no longer a path to salvation. The forgotten dead surrounded the group, and their cold hands began to touch the living. Time seemed to stop, and the group became part of this cursed house, forever wandering between life and death. In the morning, the friends found the house empty, as if the forgotten dead had taken with them a piece of the soul of anyone who dared to invade their solitude. Only the smell of rot and the shadow of a sinister past remained in the house, reminding everyone that some secrets are best left alone and not to awaken the forgotten dead from their eternal rest.